This DeAndre Jordan build will have you dunking all over everybody in the paint, grabbing rebounds over any other center, and sending back shots super consistently. Yo, what's good? We are back with another 2K25 video, and today I have a DeAndre Jordan build for you. This is going to be a 7-foot max wingspan inside center build. It has the potential for a 99 strength, really good finishing, 99 rebound, and just some crazy stats across the board. Make sure you guys are watching this one all the way through. I'm going to explain where I'm going to put my cat breakers, my max plus ones, anything else you might need to know about this build. We're still going crazy all through 2K25, so real quick before we get started, drop a like, drop a sub, turn your notifications on. And without further ado, let's get into this DeAndre Jordan build. All right, so starting out with the physicals, we are going to go position center, height 7 foot, like I mentioned earlier, 263 pounds, which gives us the option to get 99 strength if we want it. And then we're going to go a max 7'8" wingspan. These inside center builds are extremely dominant this year. The option to go to 99 strength with cat breakers lets you just throw everybody else out of the way. The max wingspan snagging over anybody shorter than you or with a shorter wingspan. But 7 foot's a great sweet spot because we still get a super high vertical, which is also going to help with our dunking. And you already know we want to be a great dunker on this build since we're DeAndre Jordan. Speaking of dunking, let's start out this build with the finishing. So for the finishing, we are going to go with an 84 close shot, 69 driving layup, 89 driving dunk, 90 standing dunk, and a 65 post control. We're going to get silver paint prodigy, silver float game, silver hook specialist, Hall of Fame aerial wizard, silver posterizer. You know we needed aerial wizard super high. DeAndre Jordan was part of one of the most iconic alley-oop teams of all time. In the few days that I've played on this build, I've been able to force a ton of lobs, and even self alley-oops off the backboard are really good on this build. You do get the basic contact dunk animations with the 89, but for our 90 standing dunk, you're also going to get the elite big man contact standing dunks, as well as gold rise up. You're going to be catching a ton of bodies on this build, dunking super consistently, really just finishing anything in the paint. Pretty much anybody smaller than you in the paint is going to get dunked on or laid up over. And they did just recently drop a buff to post hooks, so that 84 close shot's going to come in handy on this build too if you want to use that. And then we also went ahead and threw a 65 post control on here, just going to help us get bronze post up powerhouse, back some people down, throw some people out of the way. But honestly, I really wasn't going for a back down type of build. I wanted to be able to run, catch lobs, spam standing dunks, grab rebounds, and play defense. And I think I put together a build that does all those things very well. And since we're so good at all of those categories, we honestly do not need shooting, which let's talk about that right now. So I've talked about it on a couple other inside center builds I've posted, but people are constantly commenting that inside centers suck. They can't score, they can't do this, they can't do that. But I'm going to tell you right now, they're extremely dominant. Any popper you play against, you will out rebound them. You're going to set massive screens with the strength that we have, get your guard open, and if your guard misses, you're grabbing the rebound 95% of the time. I play with pretty much anybody I want on this build just because I know if they mess up, I'm going to make up for it. I don't need to be able to space the floor. I just need to set screens, play defense, grab rebounds, dunk the ball. Every single video though, there's people saying inside centers suck. First rec game I ever played on this build, I had a nice 30 rebound game. I even went and grabbed the screenshot because I know some of you wouldn't believe that. But this is a build that you can get on and grab 30 rebounds consistently. Basically what I'm getting at is you don't need to be able to shoot to contribute to your team. Just play your role, and this build will be as beneficial to the team as anything else that you make. You don't have to take just my word for it either. If you look at anybody in the top 10 leaderboards, if they're playing on centers, most of the time they're inside centers. They're just getting assists and grabbing rebounds. So top people in the world are also using builds like this. Take that how you want it, but trust me, inside centers are very good this year. That's going to end my shooting rant. Let's talk about the playmaking. So for the playmaking, I did go with an 82 pass accuracy, and then ball handle and speed with ball just ended up coming up with some other stuff that we upgraded. With the 82 pass accuracy, we get silver break starter, bronze versatile visionary, and gold dimer, which I will be using my max plus 1 badge on dimer to get that to Hall of Fame. I have some builds with legend that have a 92 pass accuracy. I do really like them, but some people cannot shoot with legend dimer for some reason. It speeds up your jump shot a little bit. Not everybody loves it. So I decided to go with Hall of Fame on this build. It's a really good spot. You throw super fast passes still. And I've talked about the nerf to lane steals quite a bit since it came out at the beginning of season 2. But if you just use a little bit of IQ when you're throwing passes, most of the time they're not going to get picked off anyways, no matter what your pass accuracy is. I mean, I've been using 71 on most of my builds this year, and I rarely throw turnovers. Not positive the pass styles you get with this rating, but I honestly haven't used pass styles at all this year. I just use the default. If that's something you're interested though, I'm sure you get a few of them with an 82. But like I've said a couple times already, this build is meant to dunk, play defense, grab rebounds. I really just wanted to play like DeAndre Jordan, and I think we do. It doesn't end here though. Let's get onto the defense on this build. All right, and for the defense, we're gonna go with an 82 interior, 62 perimeter, 60 steal, 88 block, 94 offensive rebound, and an 89 defensive rebound. Now this is where I'll be putting my cap breakers. I'm putting my +5 cap breakers, offensive rebound to get that to a 99, get us all those legend rebounding badges. And I did just recently hit vet 1, so I have vet 2 coming up, and I had that in mind while I was making this build. I'll be putting my second 5 cap breakers on blocks to get that to a 93. Just gets us some more of those defensive badges. It's definitely not necessary, and I am playing with the build on an 88 right now, but just an option for those of you that are close to vet 2 are going to hit it anyways. That's what I'll be doing. But even just base style, we have silver paint patroller, silver post lockdown, silver off-ball pest, bronze immovable enforcer, bronze interceptor, gold pogo stick, and gold high flying denier. Anything that comes into the paint, you are sending it back or stopping it. And then as far as the rebound, like I said, you're gonna have the legend rebounding badges. I'll talk more about the strength requirements in a minute, but having a 99 offensive with those badges and an 89 defensive gives you so many rebounds on both ends of the court. You're gonna be flying over people. I already put the stats up on the screen. I get 30 rebound games on this build. If that's something you wanna do, if you wanna dominate the paint, then this is gonna be the one for you. And this is definitely the setup to have on an inside center. Overall, really, really good defensive stats and rebounding stats across the board, but it does not stop here. The physicals are also really good, so let's check those out now. All right, and for the physicals, we're gonna go with a 66 speed, 52 agility, 94 strength, which we'll talk more about in a second, and an 81 vertical. 81 vertical, obviously gonna help us with all of our dunk animations. It's also gonna help us with rebounding and just making us more athletic overall. Not to mention the block rating I talked about a minute ago. You're gonna be sending way more shots back because our vertical is so high. I've talked about it in a ton of videos. I absolutely love vertical. I think it's super slept on, and I always try to have it as high as I can on any build I'm making. So for the strength, like I said, I put the weight, so we had an option to go to 99 if we ever wanted to, but I also have 2 level 40 cap breakers. So right away, I'll put my strength up to a 96, giving us Hall of Fame brick wall and legend box out beast, both badges that are essential on inside centers this year. But my theory is that 2K is going to keep letting these level 40 cap breakers come every single season. So getting one every season, I'll be able to eventually get my strength up to a 99. It's not necessary to have right away. That's why I didn't go higher. But if I wait 2 or 3 more seasons, I'll have that 99 strength. With how dominant we already are, gonna make the build absolutely insane, or I should say better than it already is, especially because we don't have to put our weight any higher and lose speed and agility. On these big centers, you also want to be as strong as you can while being as fast as you can. And since we're using cap breakers on strength, we don't have to put any more weight on. So the 66 speed and 52 agility is going to be very good getting up and down the court on this build. And overall, just some really good physicals that I definitely cannot complain about. Now that you guys have seen the entire build, let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I think I really did put a good inside center build together that is going to end up playing a lot like DeAndre Jordan. One thing I'll mention at the end here, the city dunks or the park dunks only require a 70 driving dunk, and they give you some really glitchy animations on these taller builds. I've talked about them a few other times, but I do suggest you check those out on here because they're just going to give you a lot of really good animations and make the build more fun to play on. That's it for the build though. Let's get into the build name and comparisons. So we do get comparisons of Clint Capella, Tyson Chandler, and Rudy Gobert, and we get a defensive anchor name. I'm really happy with how this one turned out. If you guys make it, I hope you enjoy it. Drop a like, drop a sub on your way out, and I will catch you in the next one.